So we're back to working on the 812 here. It's nice and sunny today. It's almost Thanksgiving and it's like going to be 70 degrees out, I think. But we got our new key switch here, a little Stens one here. And that's our next step, is to put this key switch in this bad boy and see if we can get it to turn over and run. That's the next step. So off to it. The old key switch is totally shot. I might actually have to saw the key off in order to get it out of the machine. I think I'm gonna. So I'm gonna take a little cut-off wheel and just cut the key off, and then I can take this nut off and get it out of the dash, and we'll go from there. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. There we go. That should do the trick. Huh, that's funny. Ah, shit, it's hot. Yeah, so should be able to take it out now. And the funny thing is, I look around the back and there's not even any wires hooked up to it or anything. Looks like this was the key switch and it's conveniently melted, like it shorted out or something. But hey, that's par for the course. I've never had a machine yet that I got in this state that I didn't have to rewire. So yeah, so this thing's seen better days. Look at that, it's so funny. This thing is so crappy, I can't even get the wire nut off this wire. It's kind of funny. So look at this wire. There's a fusible link, then that's put onto this orange wire for like 2 inches, and that's put onto this red wire. I got a pretty good laugh out of that. Now, here's my favorite tools for wiring a tractor. First, you need a ton of these 1/4-inch terminals, and then you need your continuity tester. So what I'm actually going to do is trace these existing wires back to where they go, like to the coil and to the solenoid, etc., and see if they actually work. And if they do work, then I'm going to use them. If they don't work, then I'm going to replace them. So it's kind of a tedious process, but I've done it a lot of times, so I'm quick at it. But you just got to test them. So you put your tester on one end of the wire, then on the other, and see if there's continuity. And if there is, then it's good. You might have to cut an end off and crimp a new end on or something, but that's not the end of the world. One thing that I like to do is, before I go nuts on all the wiring, I like to see if the starter even works to begin with. So I just hooked up the jumper box here right to the starter into a ground, and I'm just going to hit the switch and we'll see what happens. Alright, so it turns over, so the starter works. So I tried to hook up the battery right to the battery and got nothing. So I have a feeling the solenoid's toast, so I'm going to take the panel off over the shifter and we'll investigate that a little more. Funny, so just from putting the seat up, all this rust came out of the seat pan. So we'll see if we can get those stupid bolts out of there, or screws. They're always fun. Alright, well that was a chore. I had to torch all 6 of the screws and get them off, and then I couldn't get the shift balls off, so I had to use pliers on them. I think the shifters themselves are all frozen. Yep, all this shit is frozen. Now, I've never seen one that bad where these links are frozen. So yeah, this tractor keeps getting funner and funner. And here's our beautiful solenoid down here, and it appears that the battery cables are rotting right off of it. So I highly doubt that that solenoid would work the way that it is. I have to make a decision here. Do I want to keep going on this tractor and wasting money on it, or do I cut my losses and get rid of it right now? So I think that I'm going to take the solenoid off. There's 2 bolts that hold it on the frame over here, and then I'll bring it on the bench and clean it up a little bit and bench test it, and we'll see what happens over there. But I've never seen one that's so crusty that it actually works, so probably it's not going to work. Yesterday I was saying it was 70 degrees, and last night it snowed, so that's going to throw a wrench in the project today. So our little tractor project here is a little bit of snow on it. It's kind of funny though. We got about 2 inches of wet snow. Not a big deal, but just enough to make it a cold mess. And yeah, someday we'll get to these other projects too, but for now, this is our focus.